Hello everybody, Mark Antimate here. Today's video is my final review over the ASICS Novablast 4. The categories for today's discussion will cover the price, look, purpose of these shoes, feel, fit, and similar shoes you can buy. Firstly, I would like to say I bought these shoes with my own money, so there's no outside influence keeping me from giving you an impartial review. I've run a total of 20 kilometers in them, and while that's not a lot, there's a reason I've kept the mileage low in these, which I will explain later. But I more or less got to experience the feel of them enough to state what I think of them and whether or not they're right for you to get. Living in Japan, I paid 15,400 Japanese yen for these shoes retail. The US price for my American brethren is $140. I never really found these shoes for sale at a discount, at least here in Japan. That's probably due to their popularity and demand. In fact, as old as these shoes are at this point, they just refreshed them by releasing new color options. Let's talk about those. At the time of writing this review, ASICS offers only 7 color options in Japan, including the Paris colorway option, while in the United States, there are currently 17 color options, including the Paris version. So, to say the least, there's no shortage of variations, so you can get the look you want. The back of the shoe has a 41.5mm stack that drops 8mm as it gets closer to the 33.5mm front of the shoe. These versatile shoes are recommended for everything from racing to training, as they give a sense of sinking and bouncing back. After an 18-year hiatus of not running and returning to the sport, I found that so much new technology has been built into shoe brands running shoes these days that it can be overwhelming. A good problem to have. These are generally pretty comfortable shoes that you can sink into, if only a bit, but they also feel nice, firm, sturdy, and durable. The support around the Achilles tendon is really nice and plush. The pancake-thin tongue is lightweight and flimsy enough not to dig into your ankles at any time, which is absolutely great despite how it sounds. The outsole traction is obviously great during dry weather. In wet weather conditions, it's meh. The FF Blast Plus Eco Cushioning Foam, which debuted in 2022, is used on the midsole to provide a very plush but stable strike with just a little bit of energy return. The strike pattern is good all around for those who do heel, midfoot, or forefoot landing. The energy return or bounce is not as good as it could be, but for the price, it's alright. The breathability could be better as well. It's a stuffy upper with just a few holes punched out for breathability. I wish they used a lighter weight, more woven mesh material for the upper toe box area, not just for that breathability, but to lighten the load and take some pressure off my toes and forefoot. Remember when I said initially that I've only run 20 kilometers in them and that I explained why? I found the fit of these shoes not to be true to size. I normally wear US 9.5, Japan 27.5 centimeters, 2E width shoes. Well, I bought these in my size, Japan 27.5 centimeters, and found them to be too small after some time. Out of the box, putting them on my feet and walking around, I found there was no problem. I did 2 5-kilometer runs and had them off my feet fast enough not to still come to any conclusion, but at the end of my third run, a 10K, I felt like I was going to die. I felt like someone had grabbed my right foot with both hands and just started squeezing and crushing the front of it. The toe box area is too narrow, and the shape is not accommodating for a 2E foot. I got runner's toe from these shoes that I'm still recovering from 2 months later. I believe it happened from either my foot slamming into the front of the toe box or from rubbing against the uppers of the shoes. Even knowing they destroyed my feet, I put them on one last time to walk around Tokyo. After half a day, I could feel the pressure and knew 100% that it was never me or my running style. It was the shoes. I recommend buying half a size up, which could alleviate the problem. When I bought the Superblast 2 on launch day, it was my experience with the Novablast 4 that gave me the great informing knowledge to buy a half a size up on those. It's a shame, really, because these are great shoes and now I'm trying to sell them online at a loss. Similar shoes you can buy are the Nike Vomero 17s, which I've also reviewed. Those are priced in the mid-range and are a balanced kind of do-it-all shoe. And that's the way I see these. Similar shoes from the same brand would be the out-of-production Superblast and the new Superblast 2. They're like these, but are an all-around improvement in all facets and are currently my favorite shoes. If you want a good, balanced, all-around, do-it-all shoe for a moderate amount of money, these might be one of the best bang-for-your-buck models out there, and I'd highly recommend them. Just make sure to buy half a size bigger, otherwise you may suffer and regret your purchase even more. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that has been my review of the ASICS Novablast 4. If you found this review helpful, please give me a like to show your appreciation. It does help me with the algorithm, and will recommend more videos like this to you in the future. If you'd like to support me further, consider sponsoring a video through my Patreon or PayPal so that I can continue to make videos like this for you. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more great content. Until next time, God bless.